and joined now by Trayce Jackson-Davis, one of the linchpins for the Indiana basketball team this year. You're the senior, the leader, the guy. How's it? You've always kind of been the guy for this team, but man, you are the guy this year. How's that feel to have that label thrown upon you?
Man, just trying to grow into my role. Just my last 2 years, all the knowledge I have, trying to help my teammates, especially the younger ones. Being a team captain this year, trying to just always do the right thing, get guys where they need to go, and then having Trayce, other team captain, who's older than me, also helping me when I make mistakes.
What being a captain on any team, but the responsibility that comes with that, but the pride of all of that. What does all that mean to you?
It really just means that Coach Woodson trusts me because when we came back, that's what he told me. The first thing he told me was, "You're gonna be the team captain." And I said, "He said with that comes a responsibility. You got to always be doing the right thing. You got to be doing like the things that you need to do to succeed, and you got to help your teammates do the same." And so I thought I've done that pretty well. I made mistakes along the way, obviously, but just with the right guidance and with the right just help, especially from my teammates as well, and we all hold each other accountable. It's what helps our team like stick, I guess.
And talking about Coach Woodson, when he talked to you about coming back, what was it that sold you on coming back? Whether it was about him or what he could do for you, the school, but obviously he had to get you to make that decision. And what was it about what he said, what he did, and him that did that?
Coach Woodson, I think it's just how genuine of a person he was. When I sat down in his office with my dad, he told me a bunch of things that he did, not even on the basketball court, but off the basketball court, and how he always has his guys and how he's known people for so long and what he does for them even after, say, 20, 30 years down the line. Like, what's her name? I can't think of her name. Miss Anitra. Like, just things like that, like hiring her back. Like, he does things for people. And when you see that kind of genuine, like, almost like generosity, then you know what type of person he is. And when he talks to you about basketball, you know that he's not BSing you at all. It's all true.
And I've seen you guys out at like this year at football game, out at the tailgate. I mean, I know you've been at the games, but I've seen you out in the tailgate lots. I was telling Trayce, I saw as you all were together, as a matter of fact, but he took time to take pictures with some older fans. And I know that you all were out there just wanting to be students, but was still taking the time to do that. But it looks like you guys are really out having fun together. And there, because some of the guys were some of the newer faces. And so it was not the same old deal. So it really does look like you guys are having fun together.
Most definitely, I agree. I think another thing with that, especially since COVID happened last year, I think just being back out there, kind of having the normality, and just being able to just like experience the college experience again, because we didn't get that last year. So I'm just taking full advantage of the whites here, because you never know what's going to happen.
Exactly. Speaking of that, we just had Hoosier hysteria, and you got to have the crowd back in Simon Scott Assembly Hall for the first time in 2 years. That had to be fun for you because you didn't get to experience that much. It's going on. So that had to be fun to walk out to that special entrance and to see Isaiah Thomas there and Mike Woodson and Dane Fife. There's three legendary players that have not been in that building together for a long time, if ever, and never probably in candy stripes together. That's for sure.
Okay. Most definitely, though. Just the culture. You can see the culture being rebuilt right before our very eyes. Just having guys come in, like Isaiah Thomas, having them speak to the team about how he played with Coach Woodson, like you can't. That's what Indiana basketball is. And having Coach Fife here coming back, play for a national championship, like it's things like that. That's what we want to build, and that's what we want to become. And so, like when Coach Woodson looks and he shows us the banners and the championships, Big Ten championships, he says that's what Indiana basketball is, and that's where we need to go. So.
When he says that stuff, does it sink into the tradition and the history? Does it really just start to sink into you when it's forced upon you, when you have to really look at that?
Oh, most definitely. I think it's sunken in with me and my teammates, because he tells us every day, if you're looking at that and he says, if you don't think we can do that, then you're in the wrong uniform. So.
And you guys have a great team. So you went to the Bahamas, played a couple of games. We haven't gotten to see you play, but it seems like you guys are really welding together as a team, because to go off and play that soon as a new team when you had not been together, and not only play well, but to win against a team that had played together, a semi-professional team. So they've been playing together. that was pretty impressive to me.
Most definitely. I think just over the summer, Coach Woodson really, and even the transfers and recruits that came in, and the guys that came in, like we really just bonded so well from the very beginning. Just like I said about a few weeks ago, about it's probably the most like team-oriented team that I've been on, where we're a group and like we're one unit. Everyone loves each other. Everyone treats each other. It's almost a brotherhood.
Who's the goofball?
Goofball. We have a few goofballs. I'd say Race is a pretty big goofball. Logan Duncombe's a goofball for sure. Other than that, Trey Galloway is also a really big goofball.
You know, speaking of Logan Duncombe, I'll ask you the same question I asked Race. He's got a mullet T-shirt, but no mullet.
Yeah,
how's that work, man?
Cut the mullet off for his media day picture, but I bet she's gonna grow it back.
Well, Race said he told me he said he was more of a dog when he has the mullet.
Yeah, I think so. I think he lost some of his superpowers when he cut it off, like Samson.
What are you most looking forward to personally this season?
Personally, this season, I think that the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just playing with fans again in the hall, especially in giving the fans what they want. They didn't get that experience last year, and we didn't get that experience either. So I think it's going to be really big for us, especially with 17,000 people watching.
I know a lot of people expect this to be your last season in Bloomington. That's a decision I'm sure you'll make at the end of the year. But if that is the case, at least getting to have the fans this year and have this experience, would that be at least a good way to go out if that is the final thing, no matter, of course, not knowing how the season ends?
Most definitely. My goal is here was to get Indiana basketball back on track, and I think we have the right pieces to do that. So whenever that may be, whenever that decision comes, it comes. But I'm in no rush. Right now, I'm just worried about our season.
It's kind of cool to be this arena here is one of your dad played in that, one that you could possibly be playing in one day soon as well. How cool would that be?
I think that would be really cool, honestly. Just to be on the same floor that he was on, I think that would be really, really cool, honestly.
Have you all talked about that?
Not really, but I just think that it's like we don't really talk about the NBA that much. So, but at the same time, I feel like when it comes, I feel like it's going to be a big topic of discussion.
Yeah, it's not like something that just comes up all the time. I get it, but it's kind of hard not to let it sink into your mind.
I know what you mean there.
Just that now could be like Ken Griffey Sr. get to play together. That would have been spectacular, but that's a little much. But yeah, that would be cool. But just going, so were the Pacers your favorite team growing up?
Honestly, growing up, I think I'd say my favorite team was whatever team LeBron was on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was a big LeBron.
Which were many here. So you had like 4 different favorite teams.
Exactly. I'm more of I like players. I don't really watch team oriented. I like certain players. Like Russell Westbrook was one of my favorite players when I was in high school. So I like OKC, and LeBron obviously is my favorite player of all time. So I just like watching LeBron play. So it doesn't matter what team he's on. I'll just root for that team.
See, I'm so old that when I was watching, the players stayed on the same teams for a while. You know, you had the Celtics and Bird and Parrish and McHale and Dennis Johnson and those guys. They were on the team for a minute. Magic and the guys, they were on the Lakers for a minute. And Isaiah, you know, the Pistons, you think of those teams that they were on there for a minute. But yeah, I get what you're saying. But what are you looking forward to here today, getting to go through all this?
I just think just to experience it, honestly. My first Big Ten Media Day. So I think it's going to be really cool. Just talk to everyone. Just try to get the word out about Indiana basketball, really. So.
I don't think that's much of a problem getting that word out. But Indiana basketball being back is a thing that the fans certainly are clamoring for. A blue blood program is one that I think of as, even when they're down, like Indiana has been down for a while, but it's one that you just pour a little water on and there's a garden grows like really fast. And I think that they're just waiting for this spark. The Hoosier fans are waiting for that spark to light that forest fire.
I agree 100% with that. I think that college basketball is better when Indiana is good. And I think a lot of people agree with that as well.
And you get to be the face of that franchise, so to speak. That's got to be a pretty cool thing to know. Even when you leave here, that to have been the face of a blue blood program, that's got to be something you can always look back with pride in your life.
No, most definitely. I'm going to cherish every memory that I've had in this uniform, whether it be good or bad. It's molded me into the person that I am today. So We're just going to keep working, and then we got this season to worry about. So,
You got your little brother going off to Tennessee. How's that going to be?
I think he's ready. I think he's going to go at the semester. I know right now he's
Mid-semester going down?
Yeah, I think right now he's just worried about winning another state championship, and their team's really, really good. So.
Yeah, they've got Lawrence North this week and Omar Cooper, who's going to be playing for Indiana.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, yeah. You going out? Are you going to see the game?
Yeah, I'm going to go see the game.
That'd be cool. You know what? I'm going to try to get out to that. I didn't realize. I forgot I was going to be up here, but that'll be a great game. Omar Cooper had a great game last week. It didn't work out. A lot of people were hoping he'd get to come to Indiana. It just didn't work out, unfortunately. But maybe he didn't want to come into your shadow, man.
Yeah, that dude he gets so upset. My dad jokes with him all the time about, he's following in Trayce's footsteps, doing this. And he gets so hurt.
He's going to follow Peyton's footsteps now.
Hey, that's the plan.
That's a big deal, though. I mean, Tennessee hasn't gotten. They're kind of like not as good as Indiana's past, but they used to roar, man, and they got a lot of people still go to that game, so it'll be fun. So that'll be a fun game for you to get to go down and see.
I agree, most definitely. I can't wait to watch him play.
Man, so all right. So we get ready to kick off the season. What's the first thing you're looking forward to doing once the games get going?
Looking forward to doing. I really just think that being with my teammates, especially the younger guys, like the sophomores and freshmen, then getting to experience the actual fans, because a lot of us, like me and my upperclassmen, we've all experienced that. So just seeing the look in their face when they see 17,000 people roaring, I think that's going to be really cool for them.
Tamar Bates, he's a cool cat, stepped in and just has played like he's a sophomore.
Tamar's a competitor. He came in, he's loud, he's a talker. He does what he's supposed to do. Obviously, coach gets on a little bit because he's a freshman, but he's going to find his way and already into the lineup and into his roles. But he's doing what he's doing, and he's a tough man to guard for us, and he's going to be a really good player for us.
You got Xavier Johnson and Rob Fennessy out there on the front, Miller Kopp out on the wing, and that has got to be, in addition to Parker Stewart, who won the three-point contest at Hoosier Hysteria. So you got some guys that can help you and race out. You didn't have that last year, the shooting, which that's obviously defenses can focus on you when you don't have that. Yeah. That's going to be a problem for them this year.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with us was the confidence key. And especially this summer, the amount of shots that guys getting up. I see Anthony Leal at 6 o'clock in the morning every day putting up 500 shots, and that man is reaping the benefits of that because he doesn't miss a practice.
And what does that do to you to drive you when you see them doing that?
Most definitely. I'm in the gym with them every day. Whether it be late nights or early mornings, I'm always in the gym with them. Especially, I just think it's a revolving door. You'll see one guy come in, one guy comes out, one guy comes in, one guy comes out. So when you have that factor, and then you have a group of people that are together, I think it's going to be really hard for us to get beat, especially with the shooting and how well we shoot the ball right now, especially with Parker, Miller, Anthony. We're going to be able to space the floor very well.
The Big Ten is going to be loaded again this year. Michigan looked to be one of the front runners. Purdue is loaded. A lot of people, that's a topic right there, 9 straight losses to Purdue. I think that ends this year. I think you guys are going to end up splitting with them. We'll see. But I know you have the confidence that gets done. That's got to be that's another something else that I'm sure Coach Woodson, when that happens, that'll be a different atmosphere than you're used to from a coaching standpoint, because he takes that game very personal. Dane takes that game very personal.
Most definitely. We talked about it a little bit. I know that we're going to be 100% ready to play that game, but we can't get too far into the future. But I know that one is going to hit a little close to home for our coaches and coaching staff. So, but we're going to be ready to play. But obviously, we got to worry about the first game on our schedule. So that's what we're going to do. But when Purdue gets here on January 20th, we'll be ready.
Oh, you happen to know the date already. So I didn't even know that. So yeah, they've obviously circled that one on the calendar, but with good reason. But the first game coming up in November, a way to shake off the web. Then you guys get to play the ACC Challenge, go to Syracuse, play in the Carrier Dome. Probably never played in the Carrier Dome, I assume. Big place, holds like 30-something thousand. And I'm sure for an Indiana game, that'll be full. That'll be a great experience.
I think that'd be really cool. And I think it'll remind us of almost like a tournament atmosphere game, like NCAA tournament, or like a Lucas Oil Big Ten tournament where you're playing in a really big facility. So I think that would be good for us as well.
And getting back to the NCAA tournament this year, obviously, one of the top goals, obviously winning a Big Ten title and all that, but getting back to the tournament is something that definitely you want to be participating in, especially if this was your last season.
Yeah, I agree 100%. I can't leave here if I don't make the tournament. So it takes 3 years. That takes 3 more years because that's how much I got.
Well, you heard it here first, man. If they don't make the tournament, he's coming back. But hopefully that's not the problem. Man, I appreciate you, Trayce, for joining us, man. Go out, have a great season, have a great day today. Enjoy the day, relax and take it in and have fun. And we'll talk to you soon.
Most definitely. I appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much.